What's going on, team? What's going on? What's going on? I know I don't go live that much. I'm going to do it right now, though. We're going to talk about diamond activity. Something really, really quick that was on my mind. I try not to overdose y'all with too much because you guys are amazing on your own. But every now and then, these gray hairs that I got, I'm gonna give a little wisdom back that I learned in this network marketing game. One of the things that I'm excited about is the team that we have. You know, we're building diamonds from people that absolutely had no experience, and I'm proud of that. So, guys, what we're going to talk about tonight? We're going to talk about network marketing. Does network marketing work? I just got off an inspirational call with one of the teams, and I want to share a few of the things, a couple of the problems that are happening in the network marketing industry right now. Why does network marketing work? That's a question. Absolutely it works, and we no longer, that's not up for debate anymore. In all of the network marketing industry, people are becoming millionaires, so we can't question no more, does the industry work? But we can talk about what is the unique characteristics of those that actually make it in the network marketing industry. There's something unique about a person that makes it to be able to make a living in network marketing. So everybody's goal before you become a millionaire, your very first goal should be, how can I make a living? A lot of people talk the talk, but how many people are actually making a living in the network marketing industry? So the question is, how can you join the forces of the ones that are actually making money? What is it? How did Tawana Houston, Sunday Chandler, Mr. Trey Harris, all, Jackie Pippins, the top people in the company, how are they making a living in network marketing? Well, the very first thing that I want you guys to focus on is, before you focus on that, the 80-20 rule. 80% of your time should be on recruiting, but 20% of your time should be on personal development. Oftentimes, most people are forgetting the personal developing part. So let's talk about that. If you're going to be a network marketing professional, that's the only way that you're going to be able to make a living, because you're going to get paid. Now, the first thing that you want to think about, what does a network marketing professional look like? What is a network? And you know what? We live in an information age where you could go on the internet at any time and see what network marketers look like. A basketball player looks like a basketball player. A soccer player looks like a soccer player. Are you believable? Do people believe that you're a network marketing professional? Are you conducting yourself like a network marketing professional? So is your outfit, are you believable? Like, if you came up to you and you said that you were making money and that you were building a team in the industry, would you believe you? Do you look like what you say? And in fact, people should actually be walking up to you asking you, man, there's something different about you. Are you getting better? That's what network marketing is designed for you to do. This year, you shouldn't look like you looked last year. You should have a different outfit this year. You should have your personality. Your personality should look better. Your vocabulary, your vernacular should be better. Are you challenging yourself? If you're not, then you're not studying. In order to be great in this industry, you're going to have to start studying what the greats do. See, they look a certain type of way. You can't come into this industry and make your own, rules when you first start. You can't, look unprofessional and, things of this nature and expect for people to want to follow you. So what you want to ask yourself, I want to challenge the people on this phone to take a look in the mirror, and I want you to ask yourself, would you follow you? Do you look like somebody that you would want to follow? So one of the first things, and it doesn't, and we're not talking about money. We're not going to talk about money, guys. We're not going to talk about money because many of us had to buy, we're buying top brand suits now, but many of us had to start like I did from humble beginnings. We had to go to, everybody knows my story. We had to go to the Goodwill and get our suits in the beginning. And that's where the team no excuses concept came from. So the most important thing that I want you guys to focus on is, are you developing? Are you becoming a professional in our industry? Okay, so the first thing that you want to take a look at is, what do you look like? Do you look like a network marketing professional? Do you sound like a network marketing professional? And if you don't, then you're not spending time perfecting your craft. You have to spend time. So way back when I started, when I had 6 people on the team, I had to challenge myself to volunteer. I said, me, I'll do it. I stepped up in front of the room and I gave an awful presentation. And then I gave 10 more bad ones. Then I gave 20 more bad ones. And then one day it kind of clicked in my mind, oh my goodness, I've made this my own. And you do that by studying the greats. Are you studying? So many of you are going to get off this phone and you're going to want 6-figure incomes, but you're going to get off this phone and you're going to go back to watching Empire. The biggest event of your day is Empire tonight. You cannot wait till Empire comes on tonight. Many of the guys on this phone, they know more about football stats than they know about. If you ask them who Holden Buggs is, nobody even knows. If you ask them, you know who Tony Robbins is, they don't know. John Maxwell, they don't know. But if you ask them who's the quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers, they could tell you that. And then they say that network marketing doesn't work because they're not actually studying. So your day should look like this. When you get home from work, and this is what I did when I built my team. When I got home from work, instead of looking at football and watching different games, I started to develop my style. And you do that by coming home, going on the internet, and looking at the people that are actually doing what you want to do. There's something different about them. They walk different, they talk different, they sound, and I want you to start looking at yourself. Do you look like the greats? If you don't look like the greats, then you're not getting better. See, network marketing was not designed to make you wealthy before the change. The change comes before the wealth. Most of us want the wealth before the change. But if you look like you looked last year, then you're not going to the next level. You have to look. There's a certain look that a lawyer looks like a lawyer. A basketball player looks like a basketball player. Okay? They talk basketball talk. A basketball player sounds like a basketball player. They talk basketball talk. A network marketer talks a certain type of way. So what you have to do is you have to figure out that, guess what? I'm not taking my career seriously. I'm absolutely not taking my career seriously because I'm wasting my time. When I'm coming home from work, I'm not doing, I want the millions, but I'm not doing what millionaires do. I'm watching TV. I'm wasting my time. I'm drinking. I'm doing all the things that are not going to get me to the next level. And see, what I love about network marketing is people should be saying there's something different about you. See, you shouldn't sound like you did last year. Your clothes shouldn't look like they did last year. Your presentation, what you're presenting to the world, should not look like it did last year. You have to develop. You have to get better. So if you're not getting better, you're staying the same. You might want to write that down. If you're not getting better, you're staying the same. And guess what? Your income is staying the same. Your income is staying the same because you're not willing to do the things that it takes to get to the next level. There's a certain sacrifice. So when you saw, so does network marketing work? Absolutely. You saw, Sunday Chandler walk across the stage. You saw Tawana Houston walk across. So people are making the 25 and the 30 and the 40 and $100,000. People are having $100,000 months. Mr. Trey Harris and such. But there's something that they did. And that is take their business seriously. See, 80% of my time is spent on network marketing, on building my brand. And 20% of my time, I use that for leisure. And even when I'm on travel and leisure, if a person walks past me that's interesting, I'm going to talk about Paycation. So what I really want you guys to understand is, you can't question if network marketing works anymore. The question is, why haven't you? The first thing you should do. Okay, here, I'm going to give you a couple pointers. The first thing you want to do is make a living in network marketing, right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to outline what that looks like. So if you have 3 people That's not enough because you need 10 to be national. So you can't talk to 7 people to become national if you need 7. You got to talk to 70. But that's not what we want to do. We want to talk to a couple people here and there and, do it as a hobby. And then we want to get paid. We want the big checks. But you can't do that. You can't do that. The majority of your time in your developmental stages has to be on you getting to the next level. So if I was a regional executive right now, if I was a regional executive and I was trying to get to national, when I got home from work, I would have massive action. I would have my list of 80 to 90 people that I'm calling, and I would hit them. Hey, how you doing? Just wanted to follow up on you. Remember that I was telling you about, I found a way that you could travel for pennies on the dollar. Hey, listen, did you take a look at the video? Boom, constantly, just working. And then you'll wake up. Will Smith said when he was young, and I want you guys to think about this. Will Smith's father taught him the most valuable lesson. And if you notice the greats in any industry, from Denzel to Will Smith to Michael Jordan, they have a crazy work ethic. To Billy Thurston, I got a crazy work ethic. Tawana Houston has a crazy, insane work ethic. Okay, Marlicia Yancey has a crazy work ethic. Okay, but here's what I want you to understand. He said, I'm going to show you guys how to build a wall. His father was a contractor. And he said, this summer, instead of playing around, I'm going to teach you guys a valuable lesson. We're going to build a wall. And his father said to him, they said to the father, how are we going to build a wall? That's hard. He said, if you focus on laying a brick as perfectly as you can lay a brick each and every time, then you're going to wake up and have a brick wall. Many of y'all are focused on diamond instead of focusing on doing a professional 3-way call, brick by brick. Many of you are focusing on becoming diamond, but you're not focusing on getting a haircut, improving your look, just improving your vocabulary, just getting better. Many of you are complaining, but are you striving to be better today than you were yesterday? So you have to focus on laying the most perfect brick, and then you'll have a wall. If you focus on doing the 3-way call instead of begging somebody to do it for you, then maybe you'll learn how to do a 3-way call. If you focus on standing in front of the room instead of waiting on somebody to stand in front of the room for you, because you're waiting on the day that you're going to be ready. There is no day. You get better by doing. The learning is in the doing. So, and then here's the thing. When you have 10 people on your team, you know why your team isn't growing? Because you're not leading, you're recruiting. You know the difference between leading and recruiting? When you're leading, you are personally making yourself better. And so now your team wants to be better because they see the difference in you. But if you look the same as you did last year, then your own team doesn't believe in you. If you sound like you did last year, if you're showing up late to presentations, if you're waiting on other people to do your presentations, if you're not doing the work, then your team doesn't believe in you, and you're not developing a team. See, why should your team follow you? That's the question. What are you doing so significant? Are you better this year than you were last year? Do you sound different? Are you doing more presentations? Are you doing more 3-way calls? Are you doing more personal development? Have you developed your own PowerPoints? And you're like me, I have Posture Up, the big 3 plus me, consistency, persistence, overcome resistance. I have, the 5 Ps, perfect practice prevents poor performance. These are things that I put on paper. See, I developed my team. So I have a team full of leaders and not followers. But you and your team, you're not getting better. You're not better. You look the same as you did last year. You sound the same. You're not doing nothing better. Nobody's believing that you're growing because you're still waiting on somebody else to do it for you. You're still Mr. Thurston this and Mr. Harris this and Miss Pippin's that. And instead of saying I'm going to do what they do, I don't necessarily need Jackie Pippins to do it for me. I don't need Mr. Thurston to do it for me. I'm going to learn how to do it for myself. See, that's when you'll become a leader, and then your team will begin to triple because you are now setting the example of what your team should be doing. And that's the biggest problem, guys. That's the problem that you're having right now, is that you're not doing the work. You're not putting in the hours. You're not putting in the work. You're not getting better. You're not developing yourself. See, William Thurston doesn't sound like he did last year. I get better year by year, and my income grows year by year because I do the work. But many people want the change before the work. We talked about that a few minutes ago. You want the change. You want the work before the change. You want the diamond before the change. You have to change before the diamond. You got to. A diamond comes way before you get 300 people. You start acting like a diamond, and people start saying, my goodness, there's something different about Tawana Houston. You see, it happened. It happened overnight. People wasn't paying attention. See, while they were looking at TV, Tawana Houston was working. And they didn't, and she was developing her style on a mission. She wasn't talking about developing it like I'm watching a lot of people talking about what they're doing. She was actually doing the thing. She was doing the thing. Same thing with Sunday Chandler. Same thing with Jackie Pippen. Same thing with all the leaders that are on this team. Jamal Welch and Nyash, they started changing and doing the things that you have to do to be convinced that you are a leader. And people started buying into that concept. But that's not what people want to do. They want to, the average person, when they get off this call, they're going to go and look at TV. And I'm not saying that you got to get off the call and go call people, but you should get off the call and at least do something to make yourself better. If you have to go listen to your favorite, Les Brown or whoever you like, go listen to him and just really start challenging yourself and saying, wow, I have to go from being an amateur in network marketing to a pro. And the only way you're going to become a pro is if you start acting and doing what pros do. So if nobody's coming up to you saying that you look different or sound different, then guess what? Here's the sad and the hard truth. You either changing or you staying the same. And if you staying the same, your income is staying the same. Your income is going to reflect who you are. So when people start talking about, I'm really, really trying, what you talking about? Are you really, really trying? Every single day, are you getting better? Are you developing? Let me add a new word: erroneous, laborious, all these different words. Let me find a new way to say hard. I'm going to say laborious from now on. I'm going to develop. I'm going to get better. I'm going to be able to stand in front of the room and effectively communicate. See, yesterday when they asked me to do I wasn't expecting to go to the presentation and have to present yesterday at the Tuesday meeting in Atlanta, but I'm always ready now. Why? Because I did 1,000 wrong. So when they hand me the mic, I know how to immediately go into attack mode. I know exactly what I'm doing because I did a whole lot of bad ones before I learned how to start doing the good ones. So here's the problem. Many of us are going to network marketing meetings looking for inspiration. You got to start learning how to inspire yourself. You got to start learning how to inspire yourself. A lot of people don't want to hear that. You're looking for somebody to tell you can do it instead of believing that you can actually do it. And that's what the problem is. Many of us we waiting on inspiration. We need somebody to tell us we can do it. You're going to have to start telling yourself that you can do it. You're going to have to start believing in you. And if you're not getting better, you staying the same. I'm telling you the truth. It's hard. So what the difference between the network marketers that are actually making a living in network marketing and the ones that aren't are the ones that are actually taking out the time to get better. And get better doesn't mean talk better. Talking that you're talking about getting better, you're actually getting better, and people see a difference in your community. Like I'm not impressed by people that act like they're doing something. Success leaves clues. I need to see it. I want to see that your suit looks better. I want to see that your haircut looks better. I want to see that you're starting to put on suit pants. The ladies are starting to look professional. The men are starting to look professional. I want to see that, because see, you can't expect people to follow you if you look like you're going to play basketball unless you're going to play basketball. And that's the hard truth. Nobody wants to see that. You marketing professionals look like a lawyer looks like a lawyer. A teacher looks like a teacher. A rapper looks like a rapper. You are a network marketer. At least you say you want to be one. So shouldn't you be doing the thing? Shouldn't you be doing what we do? So guys, I just wanted to call you guys. If you want to be successful and you want your team to grow, then you have to grow your team. If you want your team to grow, you have to grow your team. And how you grow your team is by growing you. They will follow you. They will start changing the way they look when you start changing the way you look. They'll start doing presentations when you start doing your presentations instead of waiting on somebody to do your presentations for you. You know what I love about network marketing? Nobody can tell you how many people to talk to. Nobody can tell you how many books to read. Nobody can tell you how many people to study. Nobody can tell you. But many of us are looking for the easy way. We're looking for some system. There is no system. You have to get better. And when you get better, your team is going to start emulating what you do. So you are where you are today because that's where you are. And your team is a reflection of you. But here's the great thing. You know the great thing about network marketing? You know the great thing about network marketing is you can change the way you conduct yourself right now. You don't have to wait till tomorrow. Today, not tomorrow. You can change today. Instead of looking at TV, I'm going to get on the doggone computer and find out why I am not winning. Why ain't I winning, man? I'm going to figure it out. And I'm going to look at the winners, and then I'm going to say, oh, that's why I'm not winning. I'm not winning because of that. And I'm going to fix it. And I'm not going to blame nobody. I'm not going to whine. I'm not going to cry about it. God doggone it, I'm going to do something better, and I'm going to get better. And when I do, the people around me going to start saying, man, there's something different about you, Mr. Thurston. What is it? My goodness, man, you sound different. You're walking different. You got more pep in your step. You're walking like you're going somewhere. If people are not saying that about you, you're not getting better. If people are not saying that about you, you're not getting better. If you look like you did last year, you're not getting better. Somebody should be walking up to you saying, my goodness, there's something different about that man. There's something different. You know what? I didn't believe in you. I didn't believe in you at first. But you making me a believer, man. You making me a believer, young lady. You making me a believer because I'm watching the change in you. But that's not people. People want the money before the change. They don't want to make the change. They don't want to make the necessary adjustments. 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 The people in your life should be saying that there's something different about you. And if they're not saying that there's something different about you, you're not growing and you're not changing. And that means your income is not growing and your income is staying the same. Your intellect is staying the same. Your communication skills are staying the same and you're staying the same. Network marketing is designed to make you better. And if you're not getting better, you're staying the same. So guys, don't sit around and think it's some magic potion to becoming a winner in this industry. There is no magic. It's you setting the example for your team. Your team is not growing because they don't believe you. You're not getting better. There has to be some necessary adjustments. That's right, in your life. That's it. That's all I have for you guys. God bless you. Share this video. If you want your team to grow, share this video, man. You know, share this video. People need to hear this, man. They got to go from preschool network marketing to grown folks network marketing. You can't let your team whine. And if you're whining, they're going to whine. You have to start getting better and taking yourself seriously. This is a profession called network marketing. Stop expecting to get rich looking like you're broke. And I'm not, and Mr. Thurston, you got money. No. I bought my suits from the Goodwill when I first started. Yeah, I got the top suits now, but I bought my suits from the Goodwill when I started. And people started saying, you look different. I went from looking like a cable guy to a professional in network marketing. God bless you guys. Share this video, man. If you want your team to grow, you got to help them grow up. But first, you have to grow up. It's time to go from being an amateur to a professional. Network marketing is a professional, and people are getting wealthy. The question is, why not you? There's something that you have to adjust in your presentation. God bless you, and y'all have an incredible, incredible evening.